All right, my friends. So in this video, I want to go over a trade that I did where basically I pretty much put the trade only cost $260 and I was able to make a $350 profit off of that trade in a few hours. So lately I've been trying to focus on, making certain types of content, if you will. So because of that, I've been making certain types of trades so that I can make that particular content that I've been wanting to off of these trades, if that makes sense. So I mainly did this trade to show the different types and I guess you can say different styles of trading and how you can use different position sizing and how you can trade with a small amount of money, how you can trade these real stocks with a small amount of money. So that's mainly what's going on here. And also on the E-Trade platform here, trying to just, another reminder that it doesn't matter what app or what program or what broker you're using, as long as you have the knowledge and understand how the markets work, as long as you have your systems and strategies in place, you'll be perfectly fine. So let's jump right into it here. The market opens 9:30 Eastern time. So right here at 10 a.m., I got one contract. It was a 365 put for 260. So, you know how options work. One contract is equivalent to 100. So that means one contract cost $260. Then a few hours later at 2:37 a.m., so about 4.5 hours later, it shows it in military time here, I sold that same contract, the 365 put, for $615. So that's about I don't know, you do the math, it's about $350, $355 profit right there. So off of a $260 trade, we made a $350 profit. That's about 130, 135% return, 135% profit. Now, just to show it on the chart here, right here is where the day starts, the market opens up. So I got in this trade 10 a.m. Now, I live on the Pacific time zone. I'm in California, so that's 7 a.m. for me. But anyways, you can still see it here. I put these little arrows here so you can kind of see where I got in and where I got out at. I got that Boeing put option. Puts means you make money when the stock goes down. So as the value of the stock goes down, the value of the put option increases. So the put option that I bought was worth 260 right here. This is where I got in at, and I actually got the exact top of the day too. Not trying to brag, but it just feels nice to talk about. When I closed the trade out, it was right here. This is 235, 237. Right when I closed the trade out. I could have closed it right here for the same profit as well. I was just a little bit busy around that time doing some pretty important stuff that I actually had alerts set and all that, and they went off. And, long story short, I had to give priority to what I was doing. This is why I usually like to trade myself. Just boom, come in, take a profit within, 15, 30 minutes, and then I'm done. I can go on with my day and not have to worry about other things. Sometimes I'll hold a little bit of, a few contracts, if you will, throughout the day once I'm already playing with profit. But anyways, so I had to give priority to that. And then by the time I checked in on it, it was like right back up here. So I'm like, all right, well, let it just play back out. I had my plan in place. Now, again, when I say when we put $260 in the trade, we didn't risk $260. If I was wrong, I would have been able to cut it for a loss. It wouldn't have gone to zero. Now, imagine, even if it did go to zero, all we would have lost is $260. But obviously, that's not how I trade. We don't hold these things till they go to zero. We don't hold them till expiry, all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, I teach that stuff later. That's not the point of this video. So, one other thing I wanted to show right here. It actually might look easier on my phone. That's where I place the orders. So you can see here, one buying the put, one selling the put. It looks easier than looking at it right here, a little less complex. So you can see, right at 10 a.m. I got in for $260. So I got one contract for $260. And then here's the sell order. I sold the same contract for $615 now at 2:37 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's pretty much that. These are both the orders. Bought one right here, 10 a.m. Like I said, that would have been 7 a.m. for me. $260. That's right around here. This is the same exact order that I'm showing you guys right here, just shown on the phone. It looks a little less technical on the phone, so it might be a little easier for you guys to understand it here. And then the sell order should pop up. There we go. 615, 237, which is right here in this area. And that's pretty much that, guys. So $260 turned into $615. The total cost of the trade, total profit of the trade was about $350, $355. Now, some people might want to complain and say, oh, but the commissions and the fees, you see, oh, like the $5 there, $5 there. So, okay, let's say the trade cost, $355. I'm sorry, not cost. The profit was $355. $10 of that isn't that extreme. You're still making $345, $340. You're somewhere. It's not like that big of a hit. Also, if I did this trade on my Ameritrade account, which is the one I mainly use, the commission wouldn't have been a total of 10. It would have only been a total of 3. And that's something that I also teach in my course. And that's like a little joke I say that, you just take the course, it'll pretty much pay for itself in the commissions that you pay, because I teach my students and walk them through how to negotiate cheaper commissions. So over time, these commissions add up. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal here for this trade. $10 out of a $350 profit, not that big of an issue. But I still want to, bring it to light, because some people like to say, oh, well, this, or well, that, here's one contract, that's that. And like I said, if this was on my Ameritrade account, the total would have been $3 commission. This was over here, it's $5 commission for just one trade. So $10 total. It would have been 3 over there on Ameritrade. But like I said, it's not that big of a deal. So anyways, that was that. Pretty simple trade here. I suppose I can also show it here on the Ameritrade platform. I drew everything out here on the lines. This one's on the Pacific time setting for me. So right here is where I got in at, 7 a.m. Right here is where I closed it out at. And it's funny because right when I closed it out, I was actually on I was in a little meeting thing. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not holding this thing overnight. That's not my plan. So let me close it out right now. So I didn't even get to watch it. I just did it from my phone, boom, real quick. And then I had to go on with what I was doing. So I have a few little projects coming up, if you will, that I'm working on. So anyways, I'm not trying to talk about that. So very simple trade here. I know I talked for a little while, but that was pretty much that. And again, it just goes to show it doesn't matter what program or what app or whatever you're using. As long as you have the knowledge, you'll be perfectly fine. Why isn't it pulling up here? There we go. This is the E-Trade side. So same thing. Got in here, got out there. Now, let's just put it in perspective. If you were trading stocks, the whole range of this thing in the whole day, it went from 370 to 355. So again, I was trading puts. That means you make money when the stock goes down. But let's just say, you were just trading the stock shares. And let's say you bought it at 355 and it went all the way up to 370. You would have put $355 in. You would have came out with 370. You would have made a $15 profit as opposed to what we did with the options here. Now, there's obviously a proper way to use these options. There's a certain way to use them. Don't just jump in blindly. But I'm just trying to show you guys the power of them here. And then that's where the people that like to complain about commissions can really start complaining. Like, man, I only have a small amount of money to trade with. I'm over here. I bought it at 355. I sold it at 370. I caught the exact top and the exact bottom. And then, it was a $15 profit and I had to spend $10 of it on commission. I only made $5. There you go. Now you can complain. But, with us, the way we're trading options, the commissions really aren't that big of a deal. And especially, like I said, the way that I help my students, get cheaper commissions and all that. So that's one thing. And then also the tricks that I teach my students with like the spreads and all that kind of stuff. Even then, that it's just more money that you get to save. That's why I'm saying knowledge is money. Knowledge is power. So anyways, that's for another time to discuss. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.